Hello everybody, welcome back to a new video. I wanted to do a quick follow-up on one of the tutorials I did, which is about the multiband compression and expansion and how you can use that to make your bass lines more snappier. I found a better way to do it in a way that gives you more control over how the bass is going to end up sounding. And so I wanted to quickly show it to you. Okay, so here in this project, as you can see, we have a simple kick and a bass. And if we quickly listen to it, nothing special. I'm firstly going to solo this extra click, which is where we're going to go over. And as you can see, we have two layers here. We have our main layer, which is the offbeat, and then we have our high passed layer here, which just adds another click to the whole thing on the grid. And it's very easy sound. I went over it in my multiband compression, I believe, how to get the sound similar to this one. And for now, I'm going to go over the extra click here down below. So I'm going to, as you can see, we have the same deal basically. Although we have two chains here, both with the multiband dynamics, and they're still doing the same thing. As you can see, here's one, and these are still compressing. This is doing anything, and these are still expanding. And then in the second one, I believe we're also doing this. Yeah, as you can see, these are still expanding. But the difference is that this only processes the very low and the very high end of your bass line. You can hear the sub bass in here as well as the very highest click. And then this is for the mid range of the bass. So the way you set it up is in here you have these mute and solo buttons. And you can just mute the ones you don't want, and then you mute. You just copy over the patch and then you mute the other two bands. So in here the middle two go, and in the other one we have the low band and the high band going through. And what that allows you to do is, as you can see in this chain here, we have an LFO tool, and that allows you to kind of shape the mid a bit more. If you want a really clicky bass, you can just drag this over, and you have to set it to 1/16, of course, but you get this really clicky bass, or you can make it a bit more mid-range heavy. And you can use all kinds of shapes in here. You can go with, again, a very plucky part, but you have a more expanded click. So it also takes this, and then you have a bit of a release, or you can have a click as well as like a sustained feeling to it. And this together with the fact that you're still using the old trick can really help. What you do have to do at that point is you can dial down all of these numbers a bit. So I dialed down the ratio from the original, which I explained in the other tutorial, and also the input gain. So the effect is just a little less aggressive in here. And then you can, of course, shape it more, because they're basically doing the same thing, but this way you have like a visual control over how your bass line is going to look and sound. And knowing that, you can make better decisions on the way the bass line is going to sound. So I hope that helps, and I hope this technique can improve your bass lines. If you have any further questions, please let me know. If you have any suggestions for tutorials, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below. If you want to see me produce live, you can check out my Twitch. And that's it for the video. If you enjoyed this content, feel free to subscribe, and I hope to see you next time.